Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless collective love reading for my no contact / twin flames. Today I'm going to ask Spirit what is going on about the person on your mind that maybe we aren't in communication with right now. I do have some charms and some initials, so we'll use those as some clues and some evidence. And I have lots of love messages. So let's see what's going on around you and your person. If you are not interested in your past, please check out my playlist for some love readings or singles readings. You are not going to connect to this reading. This is a general reading for the collective, for people who want to know what's going on with their person that they're not talking to. So let's start with that. So for those of you that comment below and say, no way, you're not supposed to be here. This is for somebody else. So check out your playlist and see if we can connect you to a reading that you do need, that you will enjoy. Spirit, please share with me. What is the loving messages from the person on my mind? What is the, I got a jumper. What is it that you need me to hear? I am listening for you now. I have no debate. You don't need to do anything to be more worthy. You are valuable regardless of your circumstances. You always have been and always will be. It's not up for debate. So don't question your worth during this time. Don't compare yourself to others, Spirit just said. Don't completely put the blame on you somehow, or what could I do differently? I could have tried harder. I could have loved more. Accept your value. Accept your value. Spirit, please share with me. I have participate. Do not confuse intention with entitlement. The entitlement to demand from the world leaves you with nothing. The world is rich, and so are you. Participate in the world. Don't just wait. Okay, yes, we're waiting for our person, but the best thing that you can do for yourself during a separation is take care of yourself and keep doing what you normally do. Go to work, do a great job, work on your goals, spend time with your friends and family, work on things that you love to do. I know these days are difficult, Spirit just said, but they want you to be out there and vibrant is how they're saying it. So very hard to do that. It's fake it till you make it. Dress up and show up. And I have whatever you wish. When you lessen the importance of problems and suffering, life will swing back into balance. Stop the struggle and feel the peace. The world responds to you. So I know that we're wishing our person will reach out. And I know that we are hoping that, everything works out to be happily ever after. But maybe we're not there yet. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Okay. It just means maybe we're just not there yet. So, but they do want you to remain hopeful always. And they do want you to know that, that the way they just said it was reaching for love. Okay. That there's a sense of you don't have to reach out for love. Love will come to you is how they're saying it to me. So it's almost like you don't have to chase it. It's like this love will come to you is how they said it to me. All right, let's see what the cards are saying. Let's see what they need you to know. Yeah, let's see. Okay, anything holding me back, Spirit, during this time that I need to work on? Anything that could help me in this time? Struggling, anything? I'm holding on. You must release old times in order to have a fresh start with somebody new. So for some of you, even though you're thinking about your past person, you can do both. You can try to move on and you can try to just wait and manifest your person. If it's meant to be, it will come back to you. But it's also a sense of you have to live your life too. And this sometimes it's always a miracle to me that as soon as you decide you're going to move on, that's usually when telepathically that person feels it and they really feel like you've broken away from them. And they somehow, that's when they come out of the woodwork, right when you start dating somebody else. So it is a sense of What do I do with my own energy? Do I sit here and wait impatiently, or do I just live my life? Being a victim, you feel helpless to change your love life, but you can change whenever you want. You're not a victim, okay? You were hurt and you might be heartbroken, but you're not a victim. And your choice is you, is how they're saying it. That yes, this person is still out there. Yes, you are thinking about this person. But right now, it's more of a feeling of, I want to change me. And then whatever's meant to be between that person and myself, so be it. But I'm going to change me, is how it feels. I'm fated to be alone. You gave up on love because you think you are meant to be alone, and that's not true. If this isn't the person that you're supposed to be with, it could be a blessing in disguise. It could be Spirit's way of saying, I have something better for you. They could be protecting you from future harm, future hurt, a long investment in a relationship that prevented you from meeting somebody that you should be with. So tying up all kinds of time, Spirit just said. So you are not fated to be alone just because this one person isn't in your life today. They may come back, of course, but it may also mean that Spirit has something better. So sometimes we just have to kind of be open to both, and a little bit of surrender going on right now. A fear to touch. You don't trust touch, taking small steps until you feel comfortable. And that came into me more as, but I don't want anybody else to touch me. I don't want to be with anybody else physically. Like the thought of being with somebody intimately is gross. I get it. Then you're not ready to be intimate with somebody. But could you handle going out to dinner with somebody? Could you handle meeting somebody for a drink? Doesn't mean you have to sleep with them. It means you're making some new friends. It means that you're socializing. It means that you're still alive and beautiful and amazing, and people are attracted to you. So you don't have to sleep with them. You just have to maybe make some new friends. Spirit, please share with me. I have strength, the infinity symbol. Look at that, jumping out. I have a Spirit of Swords. I have a Heart of Swords. And I have a Movement of Cups. So the first thing I'm feeling is the conversation. I mean, a couple things are jumping out at me. I definitely feel the conversation. I definitely felt the strength in the Movement of Cups, the sense of something is about to shift. Emotions are shifting. Feelings are shifting. Feelings have changed. Realizing my feelings. Sometimes when we are away from somebody, it's all these feelings come out of the woodwork that we didn't even know. Whether it's, I feel ashamed, I feel guilty, I feel I'm missing you. There's a lot of different feelings that come out. It's not as easy as people think. So I definitely feel like I'm constantly, you're constantly on their mind. I'm definitely going to say there's a sense of constantly, and you may not feel that way. You may feel like they just walked away, or they're not talking, but that doesn't mean they're not thinking about you. Okay, just because they're not talking. I have a Three of Pentacles. Look at these little guys working really hard. Three of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, a Heart of Pentacles, and a Spirit of Cups. So you can see this feeling of, I'm trying to push forward. I'm trying to become better. I'm trying to break out of some kind of whatever's holding me back. That Eight of Swords is like I'm trying to figure out why I hold back. So I do feel like this person is putting energy into that. They could be putting a lot of thought into what are their feelings right now, believe it or not. But because the feelings are raw, Spirit said, this could be a relatively new breakup. That the feelings are just so raw, and I mean, my heart literally aches, and that could be the first time that their heart is aching. I have a 2 of swords, so here's a decision. I really feel like this person is not only feeling their feelings, but trying to make the connection with their head. They're not just like letting the feelings go and putting them to the side and saying, you know, I don't want to feel this way. I'm just going to, you know, escape into something else. I'm going to escape into drinking too much or work or someone else. No, I actually feel like this person is trying to figure out why they were holding back, why they always push somebody away when it gets good, or as soon as the first little thing happens. Why can't they stay? It is really why what they're saying. Because is it them? They know it's them. They know that it's a repeat pattern within them. But I feel like this is the first time the feelings are so raw that it's the first time that they're doing it. Self-awareness is how I feel. And maybe that's kind of deep for you, but whether they're walking around saying, oh, I'm self-aware of my feelings, I don't think so. But I feel like they're saying, why does it hurt so much? It's never hurt this much before. Usually I walk away from somebody and I don't look back. Spirit said, because they're truly in love with you, and they truly have been in love with you. Let's get some initials. Let's see what the initials are saying. So I have this, my Scrabble letters. I have all different piles of letters and stuff. All right, let me zoom in first, and then I'm going to get these, and we'll put them down one at a time. So I'm going to get a handful and see what comes in, okay? First initial, last initial. Don't worry if you don't see your persons, okay? The letter D, M, the letter R, N, letter E, another E, A, H, N, R, T, L, B, N, I, the letter R, letter J, I have an N, I have an E, I have an A, M, the letter V, U, E, another R, and I have an A, another A. Okay, so those are some letters, and you may see your person's first initials, you may see yours, and maybe lucky you spelt a whole name. That would be great. Okay, let's see what else they have for us. Yeah, so the pain is real. The pain is real. And sometimes the pain's enough to say, I don't want to feel this way anymore. I want you back. I want to come back. I miss you. I want to talk to you. It hurts too much. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? I think I love you. Did they run out of fear? Have they told you they love you? Are they afraid that, oh my God, if I tell you I love you, then I'm really in a commitment. I'm really in a relationship that I could really get hurt. You remind me of someone. Feels like a past life connection there. I feel like I've known you. I'm waiting for you to make a move. The person who thinks, I'm not going to chase you. If you loved me so much, you would come back after me. And then the other person's like, well, I'm not going to chase you either. So it's, you know, who gives in first? I need to get you alone. A little bit of a feeling of we don't have enough alone time. Like maybe that was an issue. Maybe there were always kids around or parents or family members, or we just didn't have any privacy. So there's a little bit of a, if we could have spent more time alone, maybe that would have helped. But maybe that's not an option. Maybe we have kids. Maybe the kids aren't going anywhere. I have secret obsessions. I'm definitely thinking about you. I'm fantasizing about you. And I don't know, I feel like I'm not proud of it for some reason. I mean, maybe this person's looking at pictures of you and fantasizing about you and wanting to make love to you. And I do want you. Taken. Somebody's taken. Maybe you're with somebody new and they can't interrupt that now. Maybe you said, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to wait for you. And maybe you did find somebody. Are you taken? Do you want to be with somebody else? Is the person that you're dating somebody that you want to be with more than me? They're using the word challenge, like almost like a competition. So I don't know if they're interested in that. I feel like if there is anything going on like that, I feel like they'll walk away. They just will say, I'm not interested in competition. I feel lost. I'm in agreement with that. Please wait. But that's up to you. You know, they can't ask you to wait. They can't. It's not fair to you. Okay. If they're not ready to be in a relationship, that's on them. But they can't ask you to halt your life, delay your life, miss out on happiness with somebody else, miss out on a window for some of you of being with somebody that you might have a child with, you know, because you're waiting for this person and you miss a window of I'm only a certain age for so long to have a family. So, you know, you've got to do what's best for you is how I feel. Made of money. I'm trying to focus on money. I'm trying to focus on my business. I'm trying to focus on me. That feels like excuses. I'm still carrying a flame for you. I'm scared of losing my independence. I do feel that. I feel that if I tell you I love you, then it's real. If I tell you that I can't live without you, does that mean I can't ever be with anybody else for the rest of my life? You know, it's that kind of a, yeah, it does. You know, like that's what people do. But some people don't want to wake up to that. They want, you know, their cake and eat it too. You can't be in a relationship and be single at the same time. This love does have potential, and maybe you felt that way, and you said, I feel like this is somebody who we got off to a really great start. Things were going really great, and then it was crickets. And you're like, where did this person go? Like, what happened? And I just feel like you fell off the face of the earth. And, you know, where have you been? I don't know. I feel like they're going to come back and say, I needed time to think. I got scared. I pushed this away. Let's go have some coffee. Let's go have a drink. Let's talk. Manifest me. You know, it's a feeling of keep manifesting me because I'm still out here. But again, they're asking a lot. They're asking you to wait for them, or they're asking you to trust that they're going to return, and they have to prove that. They got to pick up the phone. And they got to show up. They got to participate. So, Spirit, please share with me. I have a 10 of Cups. I have an Ace of Pentacles. I have a Knight of Cups. And I have a Devil. I have to tell you, I think this person's going to come back with apologies of some kind. But I feel like they're going to come back saying, I've realized my feelings. I really do. And that Devil, I'm kind of asking Spirit, like, then why is the Devil there? I feel like they're fighting the temptation of, I want it both ways. I want you and I want my freedom. And I feel like they're trying to be a grown-up about it and saying, I know I can't have that. I know that that's not going to work in the long run. You're not going to want that. I don't want to say they're going to give you what you want, but that's what it kind of feels like. Maybe they're resentful that they're giving in some way. So they're waiting until they are pretty sure that that's what they want. But I'm going to say that they are definitely coming back with this feeling of, I want to try again because I realize I love you. I really feel that way for some of you. And I don't want to let this go. I was foolish. I pushed it away because I didn't want to face the reality of being in a relationship. I've never committed to anybody on this level, or I didn't see myself in another big relationship. I didn't think I was ready for it. But I have feelings for you more than you know, is how it's coming into me. Spirit, please share with me. I have a Queen of Pentacles. I have a 3 of Wands. 9 of Wands. And I have a Hierophant. They're using the word trust with me. And I guess that's you having kind of divine faith in this person, that you believe wholeheartedly that this person is filled with fear and that this person does love you and that this person is going to turn right around and say, I do love you and I'm running out of fear. So there's a part of me that says he's or she is trying to figure out a way how to make you feel secure and how to make themselves feel secure. I don't think they want to rush into a marriage. I'm not feeling that right now. So if that needs to be part of the equation, then I'm not feeling that. I feel like they are coming back because they love you and they are going to see where it goes. But maybe that's just enough for now, Spirit's saying. And it is a feeling of, I do want to see kind of how this could unfold. I do want to see where we can go. I don't want to walk away. I have a 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords, and I have Strength, and then I have a Fool. So I don't want to walk away. I feel that even though I'm struggling with, they're saying their identity, maybe they always saw themselves as, I'm single. I'm a bachelor. I live alone. And I don't know if I can handle like changing my identity, that I'm in a relationship and I'm committed to somebody. This is kind of a starting over energy, a little bit of I'm getting the courage to, for a fresh start. I'm getting the courage to start over. I'm gaining strength to call you. I mean, it sounds kind of, you know, just pick up the phone. It's not that hard. The fear of receiving, the fear of, are we going to be on the same page, is how it's coming into me. Let's get some charms. Maybe we'll get some charms that connect to this connection, and that will give you a little bit more clarification. But I think the good news is that even though it's raw feelings, this person is analyzing themselves somehow, saying like, why do I keep doing this? Why do I push a good thing away? And they're making the connection that that's something that they do, that they self-sabotage. Spirit, please share with me. Okay, let's see. I've got a beautiful little tray here. So let's get this Two of Hearts. So a Two of Cups. Spirit's saying, you know, it's a little bit of a match made in heaven energy, that nobody can come between. And sometimes even the separation, you feel such a intuitive sense that you're meant to be together, that you just know it's a matter of time that this person's going to come back. You just can't imagine that they would walk away forever. So it feels more like that today to me. All right, let me get my little things here. Okay, so I have the letter R. I have an R. I have an L. Another R. Another R. Geez Louise, is this another R? No, it's a K. Okay, I have a K. I have a Y. Tiny. I have an E. Lots of letters. Another R. This is another R. So R is popular. Is that it for letters? Okay. All right. I definitely have a fairy princess carriage. So I still believe, I'm going to say it that way. I still believe in magic. I still believe in fairy tales. I don't want to give up on that. I feel like this has been magical. I still love you, is basically the bottom line. I still love you. I haven't stopped loving you. I'm just not there for some reason. So I have a 4-leaf clover. And maybe it's a sense of I should feel lucky to have you. Maybe I need to feel more gratitude. I have an angel wing. So I feel like deep down inside, they give you a lot more credit than you think. And it's more of a, I don't know anybody who would put up with this, and I can't believe that you stay. I can't believe that you still love me. You have a patience of a saint, basically, something like that. All right, so I have some flowers. I'm going to put all these flowers together. And I have an umbrella, so I'm just going to say something like, you know, after the rain, you know, comes the flowers. The flowers bloom again. Kind of this burst of energy. I'm gonna put all these flowers together. Okay, I have a little, it looks like a little sheep, but it was almost like a wolf in sheep's clothing to me. It was almost like they look like a sheep, but they're acting like a wolf. And maybe they have been. Maybe they have been acting differently. Maybe you haven't recognized them lately. Maybe right before things got bad, they were pulling away. They weren't talking. They were avoiding you. They weren't making eye contact. So maybe you did feel like they you know, kind of like, who are you? You know, like, what is this costume? What is this mask that you're wearing? There's a sense of with this moon and this owl, two things. The answers that you seek are inside, Spirit just said, and your intuition knows. Okay. And I feel that that's something that I do want you to rely on it in a sense, because I feel like your intuition already knows, you know, like what's going to happen next. And I do feel like you just have to trust that. Just keep listening to yourself. And then I have a lollipop, and I'm just going to say that if and when they come back, there'll be a sense of sweetness. There'll be a sense of kindness. There'll be a return to maybe how things were, that they were better to you. They want to try again, so they're trying harder. You know, they're maybe doing nicer things. They're going out of their way. You can see they're putting in the effort, Spirit just said. So there's a sense of sweetness to that. There's a sense of, I appreciate it. I appreciate you being kinder to me. I appreciate you being there for me, something like that. So we're going to put those out into the universe. Those are beautiful. So there's your charms. Gorgeous. Okay. And can I have some loving messages? I just want to grab, let's see what deck I feel drawn to. For some reason, I want to go to a different deck. Let me go up here for a second. Let me see this one. Spirit, tell me some feelings. What is it that you need me to know? Yeah, they're saying they're still struggling with their feelings. They have a lot of mixed feelings. So they're still struggling. I'm scared to open up to you. You know, what if I really tell you, you know, why I walked away? You know, I feel like this is almost like a false front. They said they were leaving for a reason, but that's not really the reason that they left. They could have said, I need to focus on work, or we need some space. I need to work on me. It's not you. But it's a feeling of none of those reasons really was at the heart of it. I think what it's at the heart of it is they wanted some time and space to see, I hate to say testing themselves to see, does it really hurt when I'm not with you? Because that would somehow prove to them that they really do have feelings for you. So are they testing themselves? I want to make up now. I wish I could erase all the bad. That's a good one. Give me a few months. Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, do you want to wait for somebody? Yes, but don't let it be years. I mean, I'm not going to wait 10 years for somebody. You know, I'll give you a few weeks. I'll give you a couple of months, but I'm not going to wait years for you. You know, that's not happening. I feel like a loser. I feel like I walked away from the best thing that's happened to me. I feel sometimes you're too attached. Maybe that was, you were depending on me too much. You weren't depending on yourself. And I'm just trying to take care of myself. You know, I can't just take care of you. You know, I need you to take care of yourself. I'm done acting like I don't care. You know, this kind of there was a false front. There was a falseness to the walking away to me. Does money matter to you? Maybe they're struggling with money. Maybe they're intimidated by, you know, I'm not where I should be, or I need to make more. I need space. I need space right now. I'm living in regret. I need time to process. With you, the world disappears. It's easier with you. Now they're out there in the real world all by themselves, and it's hard. I'm cheating. I feel like a loser. Maybe you're separated and they have hooked up with somebody, and technically you're separated. So technically you're not doing anything wrong, but they still feel like they're cheating on you. That could be going on. You know, their heart is supposed to be with you. Their heart is saying, I'm supposed to be with somebody else. What are you doing with this person? Career is in the way right now. Too focused on money, too focused on career. How could I hurt someone so beautiful or handsome? I'm cutting ties with the karmic so I can be with you. No one can get in the way of what I feel for you. Nobody can take away our feelings. That is true. And I feel that nobody gets to decide who you fall in love with either. And it's really hard to stop loving somebody. And I feel like that's what's going on here. It's, even though we're in separation, I haven't stopped loving you. If anything, I've realized that I do love you. And now I'm trying to figure out, what do I do about it? So we're going to put this out into the universe, and we're going to ask Spirit to guide you both. I'm cutting ties with the karmic. So if they have been with somebody recently, that's probably not going too well for them. That's probably shifting in time as well, because their heart is saying, I'm not supposed to be with you. I'm supposed to be with somebody else. So I'm going to put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. If you like twin flame readings, no contact readings, check out my twin flame soulmate channel, and the link is below for specifically those types of readings as well. If you'd like to book a private reading, one-on-one session or a recorded session, my website is kathymamelinspsychicmedium.com. In the meantime, have a great night, have a great day, and we'll see you all again real soon. And just keep taking care of yourself first. That's the best thing that you can be doing right now during this time. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.